Hello and welcome. So today we're going to be making a protection jar. These are usually buried outside of your house or in a potted plant by your house if you don't have a yard, if you can't dig stuff into your yard. They're usually buried into the earth, and they're just placed as a marker to absorb and catch any negative energies that are sent towards you or that you collect through visitors or through other people. It also helps with entities to a certain extent. But it's just used as a deterrent for negativity. So at the base of it, what you're going to need is a jar. You're going to need some liquid. This can be as simple as water. It could be holy water. It could be vinegar, which is what I'm using today, cleaning vinegar. That's really good because, Four Thieves vinegar used for protection. So I don't have Four Thieves vinegar, but this is really good for that. And you're going to need some herbs that you feel are protective. I have some in particular, and you're also going to need a petition and anything spiky or sharp. So I have a broken Christmas ornament that I broke the other day on accident, and I have some safety pins that I'm going to open. Bonus points if your sharp things are rusted or are mirrored. So you can literally break a cheap mirror that you get from the dollar store, or you can just rust something in advance before making this jar. You can use nails, you can use pins, safety pins, thumbtacks I've used in the past. You can use anything that's sharp and pointy, because the idea between the liquid and the pointy things is that you're sort of slicing through the negativity, you're stabbing it, and then you're drowning it in the liquid. This can be tailored to you in any sense. If you want to invoke a particular deity or a particular set of energies, please do so that you feel is necessary. But this is like a protective jar for the space and your home. Some extra things that I like to add are crystals. I have my box of crystals that I make rings for right here. And so I'm going to be listing all the crystals that I use and the things that I use in the description box as well. I'm going to be invoking Archangel Michael, and I'm going to use my fiery wall of Archangel Michael oil that I make. And I do sell that, so if you're interested in the fiery wall of Archangel Michael oil, it's based off the fiery wall of protection oil recipe, but I add an Archangel Michael twist to it. I'm going to be also adding some essential oils. I have frankincense and myrrh, dragon's blood, and some clove. You can also substitute the clove oil for real cloves. Again, the things that I'm adding are just optional and things that I feel are protective. In this bag, I have Angelica root. It's also called Archangel Michael root, but I know it as Angelica root. And so this is courtesy of Manifest Tea Station. I also have some dragon's blood resins, also courtesy of Manifest Tea Station. And then lastly, I have copal, white copal, incense, myrrh, and frankincense. I have a Catholic background, so that's what I'm sort of using as a reference and bouncing off of. But let's get started. First, we're going to write out our petition. So you can put the names or the zodiac signs of the people that you have in your household that you want to protect. I'm going to be putting all of our names, and you could also include pets. So my name. Okay, so I have all the names on here, as you can see. I'm not going to really give you a clear view of that, but you put all the names, and then you can put a petition on the back, or you can write your prayer on the back. It can be just a simple, if you're doing it to a particular deity, you can say, the particular deity or energy, please watch over this bottle, protect this home. You could even put the address of your home on here, so that's what I'm going to do as well. And I'm going to write to Archangel Michael. There, I have my petition, I have my address at the top, and I'm going to be folding it towards me. So you can turn it clockwise and fold it towards you as many times as you see fit. I'm going to be doing it just as small so that way it fits into the bottle that I have. And this is where also you can take your oil of choice, anoint the petition with this oil. It can be an essential oil, it could be any oil. I'm just using my fiery wall of Archangel Michael oil today. You can just stick it into the jar. See? There we go. Okay, now I'm going to add these glass shards. I don't know if you can see these, but they're just shards of Christmas ornament, a pink Christmas ornament that I accidentally broke the other day. So I'm just going to break these pieces up small enough to land into the jar. And the great thing about using a Christmas ornament is that it's actually really reflective. So I don't have a mirror that I could break, and I didn't want to buy a mirror to break. But the Christmas ornament itself is actually reflective as it is. The Christmas ornaments down there. The next thing I'm going to be adding are safety pins. So you want to open the safety pins, and bonus points if you can bend the safety pin. So I'm going to try and bend it with my finger, but the idea is that when you bend it, you're making it harder for the negative energies to escape or leave this bottle. And the idea with this bottle is that you don't want to open it ever again, because the negative energies are trapped inside of it or are distracted by it. You can see that's really bent. You're just going to plop it inside there. I'm using 9 purely for the Holy Trinity. You can use 3, but multiples of 3 are associated with the Holy Trinity, and of course 9 being a divine number. 9 is just a number that I felt comfortable choosing for this today. And I'm just going to leave some open in general. You can also include sewing needles. That's a really great practice to have. Sewing needles are really going to stab and pierce through whatever's there. But I'm using whatever I have, and I was taught in my tradition to use whatever you have on hand. So I'm just focusing on the intention when I'm doing this. So all you see are just the needles, the glass, and the petition in there. Next thing, the dragon's blood resin. If you want to use numerology, you can put a certain amount of chunks in there, like I did it with the safety pins. But I'm just going to fill it up to the best of my ability, because I really love dragon's blood, and it seems to have worked really great for protection in the past for me. Plus, when you're adding dragon's blood, it's also going to empower the vibration that you're putting in here. It's going to empower the energy that Archangel Michael or whatever deity is putting into your jar. Now I'm just filling it with Angelica root. See, so it sort of buries the needles. Now I'm going to add my clove oil. I'm going to add 11 drops because that's my favorite number. 10, 11. And the frankincense, I have frankincense and myrrh oil, and pour it into the bottle. And then the same thing with the dragon's blood oil. Next, I'm going to add some of the myrrh resin. Okay, let's see if I can get an angle of this. Now for the white copal, and then the frankincense resin. Now for the crystals and the gemstones. I'm going to give you a few ideas. If you want to protect your peace, your mental capacity, you're going to add a piece of fluorite. I'm going to add one for each of my family members. If you want angelic presences or light presences to surround this bottle, you're going to put some selenite. If you want to protect your finances, how your money comes and flows into the home, you're going to put a piece of citrine. If you want to protect your between depression or evil eye, you're going to put jet. That did not want to go in. And of course, in general, you just kind of want to add a quartz to anything, because that amplifies anything. If you want to protect relationships or romance, you want to put in a rose quartz. See, if you want to protect in general from any energies that you don't feel are specific, you want to put in some, what's this, onyx or obsidian, black obsidian. If you want to protect between influences from others, you want to put in red jasper. Feel free to put in a few evil eye charms. If you want to protect or your communication with others, put in some lapis. Garnet's also good for general protection. And honestly, I'm adding these little hematite squares purely for the fact that they look like little mirrors. If you can see that. Little mirrors, little black mirrors. You can also add in a tiger's eye because that's great for protection as well. And it's really reflective. We are going to pour in the vinegar and we're going to fill it to the top. The idea is that you're drowning whatever is in there. If you don't have vinegar, you can use holy water. You can make your own holy water. You can use tap water. You can use rainwater. You can use bleach. I've used bleach in the past and that's really worked well. You just want to use anything to drown out and confuse the energies that are inside. So one thing I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video is you also want a candle to seal it with, or if you have sealing wax, use sealing wax. This candle is courtesy of Baba Yaga Magic, so shout out to her, love her. We are going to just place the cap on here, and we are going to seal in these energies. Broke the match, okay. Let's light this candle up and let's seal this bottle up. You can use red wax, you can use white wax. If you're going to be really traditional, you can use black wax. I'm just using whatever I have on hand. Plus, red is a really good protective color as well, especially when you're dealing with something like a witch's bottle for a house. It's about establishing dominance over other energies. Red is really good for doing that. For the sake of the video, we're going to stop there. But there is your witch's bottle. You can shake it up. You can let whatever sediments mix inside of there. But you really want to bury this after you're done to let energies be taken by the earth as soon as they enter this bottle. What I think to be the science of that thought form is that glass is made out of salt, which is made out of primarily of quartz. So the fact that the energies are getting trapped inside this bottle, the earth is taking these energies from the glass through the bottle and is transmuting these energies. So it's like think of it as like a suction for negative energy. You're burying this, it's going to suck the negative energy down into the earth and is going to basically transmute it as it comes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it made sense. I hope you guys find some value or got some ideas from this. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this. Thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. And thank you so much for the views on my last video. It really made my week, so I appreciate the viewing and the sharing. Love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.